Assalamu alaikum dear viewers, hope you all are doing very well and practicing mathematics, which is very important because in order to learn mathematics you have to practice, right? The first thing is you have to practice. Okay, as I discussed in my last video that I will be doing the remaining questions of exercise 9b in my next video, and this is where I will be discussing those questions. Okay, so these questions I decided to make a separate video for this because these will apply a different method, which is basically breaking the middle term. Okay, now what do I mean by breaking the middle term? You can see three terms over here, and this one is the middle term, this is the first term, and this is the third term. Now using the first and the last term, we can come up with this term. Now how? See, x squared multiplied by 30 is 30x squared. What we have to do is, we have to come up with the factors for 30x squared. Now as you know that one of the factor can be 1 multiplied by 30 is 30 and x multiplied by x is x squared. 1x multiplied by 30x is 30x squared. Another can be 2x multiplied by 15x is 30x squared, right? And 3 multiplied by 10 is 30, x multiplied by x is x squared. Now see, all of them have a plus sign because plus plus is plus, right? Plus plus is plus. Now which of these combination out of these 1, 2, 3, which of these combination out of these can help me come up with 13x? See, if I add these two, I will get 31. If I add these two, I will get 17. But when I will add these two, 3 plus 10, I will get 13x. So that means this is the correct combination. There was one time a student asked, how do we know which combinations we have to make? Now here, if he is or she is watching this video, will come up with the answer for this, that why do we consider one combination out of all? We are considering this because this pair helps us come up with this number. So let's write x squared plus 3x plus 10x. Okay, what we have to do is now, instead of 13x, we will be writing 3x and 10x, because see, 3x and 10x will give you 13x, and then the plus 30 as it is. The first term and the last term will be written as it is, and this term will be written in two parts because we have decided one of the factor over here which makes up 13x. So we have written 3x and 13x. Now as discussed in the previous video, what we were doing was we were splitting the terms and we were coming up with the factor. Now straightforward, do it like this. See, x is common in between these x into, in the bracket we will have x plus 3. And in this case I have 10 as the highest common factor plus 10. And in the bracket I will have x plus 3. Why x plus 3? Because 10 multiplied by x is x, and 10x, and 10 multiplied by 3 is 30. Now see, I got the same brackets. This one and this one are the same factors, so I will write x plus 3, and what remains is x plus 10. So that means these two are the factors of this. Why? Because when we will multiply these two together, we will get this. Okay, now coming to the next one, again we have to do it in a similar way. Let's come up with the middle term, this one, by multiplying these two, 36x squared. Okay, now we have plus 36x squared, and let's see what are the factors. 2 multiplied by, let's write the first one as 1. 1 multiplied by 36 is 36, and x multiplied by x is x squared, right? And there can be 2 also, 2x, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, and 2, 8 is 16, this one. And 3 also divides this, 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Okay, and then 4 also divides 36, 4x multiplied by 9x is 36. And then we have 6 also, 6x, and 6x also gives 36x squared. Okay, now I think this much is enough. We always see, there's one thing, we don't always need all the factors because some of the numbers can have so many factors. We have to come up with the factor that fulfills our criteria. That is, we need to get minus 20x here. Now see, there's a minus sign with the middle term. So that means here also I have to do it like minus, minus is plus, minus, minus is plus, minus, minus is plus, minus, minus is plus, minus, minus is plus. Plus, plus is also plus, but in this case with the middle term I have a minus sign. So I will be using minus sign over here as well. Okay, now look at the combinations. Which combination give you plus 36 when you add them? Okay, this will give you 37, and this will give you, not 36, 20. Which pair will give you 20? This will give you 37, and see 2x and 18x. When you will add them, you will get minus 20x. So that means instead of minus 20x, I can use minus 2x and minus 18x. Let's do it. X squared minus 2x minus 18x plus 36. Now these two will be paired together, these two, and x is common, x into x minus 2. And here I have minus 18 is common because 18 divides 18, 18 also divides 36. Into x minus, minus is plus, here we will write minus 2 because 18 multiplied by 2 is 36. Now here the brackets are same, that means I'm doing it correctly. X minus 2 and x minus 18 will be the correct factors for this question. Okay, so coming to this question, I have already solved it in the previous video on exercise 9p. So I will not be discussing it here. Moving to the next one, we have question 12 where we have x squared and 60. X squared multiplied by 60 is 60x squared, and we need to get minus 19x. So that means with both the term I will have a minus. Why? Because minus minus gives me plus. Okay, now 1 multiplied by 60 is 60, x multiplied by x is x squared. One factor can be this one, and then another can be 2x multiplied by 2, 3 is 6 and 0. Along with writing the factors, I will also look at which combination gives me minus 19x. Then I can try 3. This is not giving me, this is not giving me, so I will write another factor. 3x, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6 and 0. See, this is also not giving me. Then I can try 4 because 4 also divides 60, minus 4x. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. 4, 5 is 20. And I have x with these. See, now look at this combination. Minus minus is plus, 15 plus 4 gives me 19, minus 19x. So that means this is the correct combination. So what I can do is x squared, instead of minus 19x, I will write minus 15x and minus 4x. Now it's up to you whether you write this first or this first. It's completely up to you. Plus 60. Okay. Now let's do the split. We split this, and then x is common, x minus 15, right? And with these two we have minus 4 is common. Here we have x, minus minus is plus, and 4 multiplied by 15 is 60. I got the same brackets in both the parts, so that means x minus 15 is common, and here we have x remaining, and here we have minus 4 remaining, so this will be the answer. Okay, coming to question number 13, doing it in a similar way. Now look at this sign. Plus minus is minus. X squared multiplied by 15 is 15x squared. Okay, now with the middle term we have a plus sign. Now I will also have to look at the numbers when placing the sign. First I will come up with the factors, then I will let you know the answer. 1 multiplied by 15 is 15, x and x. Then I have 3 and 5 is 15, and I have 5 and 3, which is the same thing, right? Okay, now with the middle term I have a plus sign. How will I get a plus sign with the middle term? When if the greater number has the plus sign, and here I have a minus. Why? Because I need a minus sign with this factor. Minus plus is minus, right? And minus plus is minus. You have to make the combination in such a way that with the middle term you get the plus sign. Because if I will write a minus sign with this one, I will get a minus sign in between, which is wrong. Now look at this combination. 15 minus 1 does not give you 15. This cannot be the combination. And look at this one, minus 3x plus 2x gives you 2x, which is the correct combination. So I will write this one, x squared plus 5x, then you have minus 3x, then you have minus 15. Again, it's up to you if you write this first or if you want to write this first. Okay, now with these two I have x is common, so x will be common, and x is inside, plus 5. And with these two I have minus 3 is common and x plus 5. I got the same brackets, the same factors, so that means x plus 5 is common, and this will be written with this x minus 3, which is my correct answer. Okay, so now when you will come to question number 14, it can scare you because the number is bigger here, minus 176. Again, you have to come up with the factors, but also try coming up with the bigger factors, because the smaller factors will not be giving you 5x, because 5x is a very small number, but 176 is a very big number. So if you will try with 1 multiplied by 176 is 176, and with the 176 you have a minus sign. Now minus plus gives you minus, so here you have a plus sign. You will have a plus sign with a bigger number and a minus sign with a smaller number. Of course, this cannot give you, and minus plus minus 2 multiplied by 88 is 176, which is also not possible to give the answer plus 5x. So we will try some other factors. If you will try for 3, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. It's not possible with 3, neither is possible with 6, and nor is possible with 9. So that means we need to try some other factors, and when you will think more, you will come up with 11. As I did, I also thought about it and I came up with 11. So see, 11x multiplied by 16x will give you 176. Now here I have to write plus with the smaller number and plus with the bigger number and minus with the smaller number. Now see, 16 minus 11 is 5x plus 5x. So that means this one is the correct combination. So I can write x squared minus 11x plus 16x and minus 176 over here. Now here you will have x into x minus 11, and here you can take 16 as common, and then you have x and minus 16 multiplied by 11, because we already did it here. 11 multiplied by 16 is 176, will be 176. Then see, you have x minus 11, so this is the common factor, and you are left with x plus 16, and this will be the answer. In such questions, you have to think of bigger factors. Now coming to the next question, we have a squared and minus 81, which will give us minus 81a squared. Now let's come up with the factor minus 1a multiplied by 81a is now see, with the middle term you have a minus sign. That means with the bigger number you will write a minus sign, and with the smaller number you will write a plus sign. Why? Because you need a minus sign in between. Now this is a very small factor. If we try some other factor, 3a multiplied by 3, 2 is 6, 3, 7 is 21, and a, we have a minus and we have a plus. Let's try subtracting these two, whether we get minus 24a or not. So yes, we are getting 24, because 27 minus 3 is 24. So we can use this factor over here, a squared minus plus 3a minus 27a minus 81. Now these two will be combined, you will get a into a plus 3. And here you can take minus 27 is common, because 27 divides this as well as this. And here you have a minus plus is minus, plus 3, because 27 multiplied by 3 is 81, right? You got the same factors, so that means you are doing correctly, a plus 3, and this remains a minus 27, which is also your final answer. Okay. Now talking about this question 16, I have already discussed it and solved it in the previous video, so I will be not doing it here. Okay, coming to question number 17, doing it in a similar way. Now you have 3a squared multiplied by 20, which is 60a square. And with 60 you have a plus sign, but with the middle sign you have a minus sign. That means with both the term here you will have a minus sign, because minus minus only gives you plus. Okay, now again we have to try bigger factors. It's not good to do 1 here because it will not work out. We can start with 2a, and 2 3 is 6, and 0 this a. Now this cannot give me minus 19, so I will cross this. Then I can start with 3a, minus 3a multiplied by minus 20a is 60, which will also not give me 19 because 20 plus 3 is 23. Then I can start 4a multiplied by minus 4 1 is 4 and 4 5 is 20a, right? Now if I add these two I get 19, so this is the correct factor. I can use it here. 3a squared minus 4a minus 15a plus 20, right? And between these two I have a is common, and 3a will be written inside, and minus 4. And between these two I have minus 5 is common, because 5 is highest number which divides this and this. So it will be minus 5, and here I will be left with 3a. Why? Because 5 multiplied by 3 is 15, and then you have this a also. And minus multiplied by minus is plus. I will write a minus here, and 4 is 20. I got the same factors, so I will write 3a minus 4, and we are left with a and minus 5. I will write a and minus 5 like this, which will be my answer. Coming to this one, I have a minus sign with 2 and plus with 6p square. 6p square multiplied by minus 2 is minus 12p square, right? So let's write the factors. With the middle term I have a plus sign. That means here with the bigger number I will have to write a plus sign, and with the smaller number I have to write a minus sign. Now minus 1p multiplied by 12p is 12p, and then I can write 2p, and 2 6 is 12. So this one I cannot get the combination from these two. I need to get just p. Now I can try minus 3p plus 4p, because 3 4 is 12, p is p square. And if I look carefully I get the number with this combination, so I will use these factors. 6p square minus 3p plus 4p minus 2, and with these two you have 3p is common, and 3 2 is 6, and you have left with p, and then minus 1, because 3p is completely written here, so 3p multiplied by 1 is 3p. And with these two you have plus 2 is common, and you have 2p here because 2 2 is 4, and this p, and then you have 1 because you already have written 2 outside. You got the same factors, so that means you will write 2p minus 1 and 3p plus 2 as the factors for this expression. Okay, coming to this one, here also we have a bigger number. A square multiplied by minus 144 is minus 144a square, right? Okay, now let's come up with the bigger factors, because one will not work in this case. We have a plus sign in the middle term, so that means the bigger number will have a plus sign. Let's start with 2, and the smaller number will have a minus sign. 2 multiplied by 7 is 14, 2 2 is 4, this a. Now let's try some other number. 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. That means it is divisible by the table of 3. So minus 3a, 3 4 is 12, 13 14 24, 3 8 is 24. But this combination is not working, this is also not working. Then we can start with 6, 6a multiplied by 6, 2 is 12, 13 14, 6 4 is 24. And this combination is also not working. Then we can try with 9. 9 multiplied by 1 is 9, 10 11 12 13 14, 54, 9 6 is 54. Now let's look at this one. If you subtract 9 from 16, what do you get? 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 7. So that means this one is the correct combination. Now I used 3, I used 6, and I jumped into 9. Why? Because I know the divisibility rule. If you will know the divisibility rule, you will directly check with the factors with those numbers. So here I will write a square minus 9a plus 16a minus 144, right? Now what's common in these two? A into a minus 9, and here you will have 16 as common, because 16 divides 144. 16a minus 16 multiplied by 9 is 144, so it will be 9 here. Now the answer will be a minus 9 and a plus 16. Okay, so coming to the last question, which also has a bigger number, but it will be done in the same way. Minus plus is minus 72x squared. Now directly decide bigger factor. You can start with 2, and with the middle term you have a plus sign. That means with the bigger number here you have a plus sign, with the smaller number a minus, because minus plus gives you minus. Now 2x, 2, 3 is 6, 7, 1, 2, 6 is 12. So this pair will not work. Minus a minus 3x, and 3, 2 is 6, 3, 4 is 12. This will also not work. And minus 4, I don't know 4 divides it or not. Let's see. 4, 1 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 32. No, 4 does not divide it. We will directly divide it with 6. Minus 6x, 6, 1 is 6, 7, 6, 2 is 12, right? This will also not work. Now let's directly try it with 9. This was the same as the last one, divisibility rule 1. So minus 9x, 9 multiplied by 8 is 72. So that means this combination is gonna work. X squared, and with the, I have written the bigger number here, so bigger number will have a plus sign and smaller number will have a minus sign. So it will be plus 9x, and then you have minus 8x and minus 72, right? So then you will write x into x plus 9, and then you have minus 8 into x minus plus is minus 9. Now you got the same brackets over here, so that means x plus 9, and what remains is x minus 8, x minus 8. This will be our final answer. And this was the last question of the video, which I explained of the exercise also. So I hope you will practice these questions, and once you know how it's done, you can solve any sort of question. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. Allah Hafiz.